Hey guys, Raven here. It is Tuesday, December 3rd, 2019. Had to look at the bottom of the, down here on this screen here, for the date of my computer. I had my court case today, and looks like what's going on is that my case now, it looks like it's going to go to trial. The judge wanted me and my cousin to try to settle this situation out of court. Now, I get earlier I cut myself shaving. I had to be a little more careful with that. So here's the situation. You remember that background that I had where I had a window behind me? That where I lived at before I moved here. And what's going on is, when I was living over there, it was only meant to be a temporary stay. My cousin notified the resident manager and said, hey, my cousin's going to be staying with me for a little bit. Trying to get, see if he'd like it here. But never mentioned anything that there was another place that was actually being prepared for me to make it handicap accessible, because I live right across the street from my aunt. I did like the apartment, but the issue was this. It was infested with black mold. Mold that I didn't put there. That my cousin didn't put there. But the fact that it was there before I got there, and my cousin didn't tell me that, so... But he put me, when I was staying with him, I was sleeping in a room where the black mold was the worst. That's what was making me sick. So here in Ohio, the way I understand the law is that if you make a repair request, which in this case the black mold applies, if you make a repair request, you can withhold the rent from the resident manager / landlord. But that doesn't mean that you can just pocket the money. What you have to do is you basically have to put the money in escrow and draw interest that way while the issue is trying to get rectified. But my cousin has told this resident manager many times about the black mold, and the fact that she knew I was there. But it was not meant to be permanent. It was, I thought, I did express interest in wanting to stay there, but the black mold had to get addressed first. And that was what it was coming down to. My aunt had offered to pay the whole back rent, but the one condition was that that the resident manager had to address the black mold. She just basically said, no, I'm with you out. Because that's basically what it looked like. Because I told her that. I said, my aunt said she'll give you all the rent, because my aunt was going to, do a month payment or collect that money back from me and my cousin. She was willing to pay that whole rent amount to kind of, that we can, continue to stay there. But all the landlord had to do, or the resident manager, I should say, was address the black mold. That's all she had to do. So, but because she didn't do that, she's like, no, I'm with you out. Here's the other thing. My cousin brought in cats. He had 3 of them. Knowing that I couldn't take care of these cats, I could not physically pick up after them. Feed them is one thing, I don't. It's not like I keep on a constant basis. But these cats did their business pretty much all through the house, or apartment, I should say. And my cousin knew that I couldn't keep bending down and picking up. I mean, I have cerebral palsy. So, what ended up happening with my court case today is that the judge wanted us to try to settle this out of court. But it's going to be at least 2 months before this thing hits the trial. So, but the judge is not just a regular judge, she's a magistrate. So, but the suing party only gave me and my cousin a week to come up with something to try to settle out of court. But I told him, I said, I live on a fixed income. I'm not sure how I can even pay anything. I'm not working. My cousin is, but I'm not. And I think they know this, you know, because government benefits cannot be garnished unless you either owe the IRS or owe student loans, which I don't. So, but this is a civil matter. This is not a criminal matter. And the fact that I had a friend who was willing to come clean the carpets for free if I was still living there on October 4th, which would have been Friday. But seems like, no, I wouldn't go out. But the rent would have been paid. All she had to do was address the black mold. Not just have it come and address one area and then say, okay, we did it. One time the man came, sprayed black mold that was in the bathroom. He didn't address my bedroom. He didn't address in my cousin's room or in the living room or any place else where mold was. That's what was making me sick. So I was taking medication for that. I told that to my doctor, and she gave me medicine to deal with. They would kind of help with that. So I'm on medication for that. I just have to get court paper, a note from a doctor stating that, yeah, this is what they gave it to me for. But yes, I did get sick from it. I mean, that's a law student subway. And then the other thing is that the resident manager went and illegally put my name on the lease that I never consented to. And the lease is really not something I don't think any landlord, resident manager should be able to just go put anybody's name on there, because a lease is a contract. Now, it might have been different if I told the resident manager, yeah, put me on the lease, go ahead. But I never gave consent. I never consented to them. And that word consent is the what sovereign citizens use frequently. And I'm not one of them. I mean, this is not a traffic stop. This is not where I have to say, oh, well, I don't consent to any searches and seizures. Or I reserved all rights. What I'm saying is, I did not consent to giving my name be put down on the lease. Now, this manager didn't have any vital information on me whatsoever. Didn't have my birth certificate. Didn't have my birth date. Didn't have my social security number. Because when you go and fill out, at least you got to provide these things. And I never provided such. So, right now, everything is at a standstill with that. That's what's going on with me in the legal gate. Like I said, it's a civil matter. It's not, it's what it is, you know. But they know, I've made it known to them that, I don't see how they could try to get anything out of me financially, because I live on a fixed income, and I don't I mean, that's a given. So we just have to wait and see what happens in February. I say February because it's 2 months, so I know I can, at least for now, anyway, rest easy. My gray hairs could probably stop growing. I think it's been trying to deal with this whole legal situation. And it's something that's been hovering over my head for the past couple months, so, but now it's over. It's for now. This was a pre-trial hearing. Now everything is probably likely to go to trial. The issue I'm having is trying to find an attorney who's willing to take up my case. Right now I can't find anybody. I mean, I know there's an attorney that I tried talking to. She gave me legal advice, but she did tell me that she could not take my case, so that hurt. That puts me at a great disadvantage, and the judge said that today as well. The fact that me and my cousin don't have an attorney, it's not going to look good, so, I mean, I guess in a way I could probably represent myself, but I think it probably would be better if I had an attorney who was willing to take my case, take on this thing head on, and just shoot, get this thing squashed. Especially when I didn't sign the lease. I never signed it. I was only there about 2 months. And the resident manager knew this. But when the time came, or doing inspection and everything, and I knew it was going to fail. Because of the cats. I told her, my aunt said she'll pay all the back rent. The condition was she had to address the black mold to get it taken care of. Manager didn't want to do that. She did that. No, I went to jail. So that's what happened. First, she wanted 2,100. No, 1,570 is what she wanted. 1,570. Then she upped it to 2,280. And then now, $3,400. She just keeps tacking it on. And I don't even know that should even be legal. But I do know this. If it comes down to where I have to pay back all the damages and stuff, it's going to be appealed. So, we'll just have to wait and see what happens in February. So for now, December, January, I can relax, not worry about anything, and just go on with my life like I, been doing. So, but it's what it is. But that's what's going on with my court case. It's stayed until February. I don't know what date. Looked like my cousin wasn't going to show, but I'll for court today. Because I was there before he was. And Judge known it that mail for him came back to the court. I got mine. Now she asked me, was I the one that provided the court my cousin's address, which I said, yeah, and I'm the one that gave it. And then when my cousin finally showed up, she asked him about the mailing address, and he told her that, yeah, I gave the correct address, but not sure why it got sent back to the court when it shouldn't have, so. But that's what ended up happening. Now, as far as the, returning the keys, I told my cousin's mother, who was my aunt, I said, here's the key. Give it back to him. I'm going to be done with that. So. I don't know how I can afford to pay anything, so that's where my hands are tied. So So wait and see, but I just know this. There's no way I can pay $3,400. Can't afford it. I mean, I'm a person that lives on fixed income. Which is kind of why I've been trying to make YouTube videos. Trying to get my channel going, see if maybe I can make money that way. To help me in a financial way. But last I checked, they only had 10 subscribers, and that's not really enough to take off and say, I have a YouTube career. It would be a job to have. I did try to make a couple gaming videos, but that don't look like it worked out too well. So, I don't know. It's what it is, so. I'm going to end the video here, since it's over the 16-minute mark. So, I hope you guys have a good rest of your Tuesday evening of what's left of it. It is going on at 7 p.m. Let's see, it's at 6:30, yeah, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dark outside. As you can probably tell, because I have the light on. So, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.